Hello everybody. Thank you everyone for 1,000 subscribers. I know like 10% of you are only watching this, but still seeing 1,000 is crazy on the YouTube channel, bro. That is absolutely crazy. 1,000 is crazy, guys. So thank you everyone who's still watching and then did subscribe. We'll go over a quick trade breakdown that I just took. I took this small short here. We'll go over that and got a couple announcements at the end of the video. So let's first look at the execution first, because so you guys have a good idea what the trade was, right? It's just this very quick and easy scalp, you could almost say. I was in it for about 10 minutes, 15, I can't remember. But we'll go over the logic, right? It's very simple logic. Every narrative, every reasoning, every time frame that you look at, it's all going to one thing. It's all building up to one thing, right? So you have daily profiles, weekly profiles, time, and then you have like profiling the market. So looking at inefficiencies, liquidity, everything you look at to determine your bias, to determine narrative, all of that, this all leads into one thing, right? Everything you use leads into one thing, whether you know it or not, right? And this one thing is, what candle are you trading? Which candle? One candle, right? Which candle and which time frame? That's it. Once you have figured out which candle and which hourly candle or what time frame of the candle it is, once you figure that out, that's it. That's all you need to figure out. You've done 90% of the work, right? Because once you figure out what candle you're trading, it's just going to be a simple open high, right? Or open low, right? It shouldn't be open this and then like this and then like it should. If you figured out the candle you're trading, that candle should be an expansion candle, right? And all expansion candles is like this. It's your typical open low high or open high low. That's it. Okay. So looking at this, right? If we look at the previous day opened somewhere here, right? And we just expanded up. We kind of just drizzled up, right? And then today we open up here and then we open low straight away, right? So even if we are in a bullish trend, right, the way this candle opened doesn't support bullishness, right? Because we're not going to open low like this and then still create a bullish candle, right? Because you have to think of the daily time frame. A daily time frame candle, expansion candle, it must have not must, but if we start moving above this opening price, think about how big the wick is, right? Expansion candles don't have big wicks. They all have small wicks, right? So again, I already know, okay, I don't want to look for longs, even though the overall order flow is long. I could take a counter trend trade, right? We open low very heavily, right? And then look at this next candle. This is not a reversal candle, meaning this is a retracement in my eyes, okay, for another expansion down. Now where, right? Because you need to have a target. Well, I looked at this initially, but because this is a turtle soup in a gap, I don't really want to target this, right? I don't want to target this. So where are my possible targets? Well, I'm looking at these swing points here. Well, I can easily target this. If price goes here, it'll definitely come here, right? If it'll come here, it'll definitely come to this low, right? And this is essentially the last low from this turtle soup low. So this is a very simple target, right? And when I was on the charts, we were over here, okay? And I'm on the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart is super saucy, guys. Is super saucy. I didn't realize how saucy the 30-minute time frame is in accordance to the 4-hour power 3. So if you know what 4-hour power 3 you're going to trade, 30-minute is your best friend, guys. So what am I saying here? We have a gap, right? Of course, if I want to see my doll taken, right? This is my doll, right? Short-term doll, right? I don't care what it does after this. I have the assumption that it's at least gonna go here at the very, very least, right? So if my doll is gonna be right, this gap needs to hold, right? And what have we done in this gap? We've touched it, we IF'd it, yes, but look at this next candle, right? We CST'd this, and we've created a swing point in this fair value gap now. And I also want to look inside this candle. I want to look inside this candle and this candle to see if there's a reversal signature. Because if there really is a reversal signature, the next 30-minute, I want to enter on that next 30-minute open high. That's going to be my expansion towards my doll here. All right. So let's have a look. Maybe the 3-minute. Oh, 5's fine. Right, what do we see? If you look at reversal signatures, it's one of two things, right? It's going to look like this. This really isn't the cleanest, but all it is expansion met with expansion, or it's going to be an AMD reversal, right? AMD reversal. Or it's going to be expansion met with expansion, which we do get here, right? So now I know, okay, madness. I know the next candle is the candle I want to trade, right? This is enough confirmation for me. If you look on the 5-minute, there's a clean breaker, the 15. Right, this closure is more than enough. Like, this is a very clear reversal, right? Breaker. So the next open, I want to enter on the open high. And this is another thing you guys have to remember as well. On this next candle's open, I'm not going to expect a deep retracement. Because what is that doing? It's creating a large wick on the 30-minute time frame. So let me get this 30-minute on so you guys can see. Okay, I'm trading the next candle. We created the swing point in that fair value gap up there. So 2030. This is what I initially wanted to see. I wanted to see this high swooped. So I wanted to see price open high, take out this high in here, and then go down. But if we look at silver, we SMT'd, right? And then we closed below. And as soon as I got the close below, that's when I entered, right? Because now this is like this, right? That high doesn't need to be swooped, and it's just going to be expansion towards that low. So it's a very simple trade, very, very simple trade. And these are the best types of trades where you have reversal, expansion, consolidation, expansion. So always think about everything in terms of phases of price, because everything is phases of price, whether you know it or not, right? This is what I don't want to see, right? Expansion, expansion, deep retracement, right? And then expansion. I mean, it can happen, right? Because OTE is a thing for a reason, right? But your heaviest moves, like if you're going to have a heavy expansion, it's going to expand, consolidate, expand. It's not even going to manipulate, right? But it did manipulate on silver, but there's cases where it consolidates and just purely expands. But yeah, if you guys made it this far, first person to comment beans, you guys, I'll do a free one-on-one with you guys. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Take care. And yeah, ciao.